Today we're going to talk about the Sony A7 III with the Canon 50mm 1.8 and the Sigma MC-11 adapter. That was quite a mouthful. Let's get into the video. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Camilo and this is DKD21 Media. Believe it or not, this was the setup that I originally had when I first got the Sony A7 III. When I bought the Sony, I didn't have a lens for it. I didn't have the budget for a lens, and I already had this 50mm lens when I was using the Canon M50. But is it any good? Autofocus. So with the MC-11 adapter, there are some limitations with the autofocus in the camera. Firstly, the autofocus in video just doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Like, zero.
Literally half pressing the button and it's just like, nah.
Like, you think it's about to focus, but it doesn't focus. You think it's just getting very close to focusing, and it doesn't focus. Yeah, for video it doesn't focus, but for photos, that's a different story, because in photos, it works really, really well. Like as if it was a native lens. And I was very surprised because I really assumed that if it didn't work on video, that means it wouldn't work on photo. I don't know if that was a way to sort of crush a competition or whatever. It was quite a surprise. So I got to use this camera for taking photos quite well. And as a result of not having autofocus in video, I have found myself using manual focus a lot more, which actually, to my benefit, it helped me improve my manual focusing capabilities. All right, so build quality. Most people know that the Canon M50 is made of plastic. It's not the most well manufactured thing ever. Probably would break if I hit it on this table right now. But the actual adapter itself is made of metal, and it really does add some weight to the camera. I can imagine if the lens was just directly attached to the camera, it'll be quite a light setup, which means that there'll probably be more shake in my footage. But thankfully, the adapter is nice and heavy, so it adds a nice weight to the camera for me to be able to do a lot of stable shots and hold the camera much more stable. Picture quality. Photos with this lens always come out great. You have an aperture of 1.8, which means your depth of field is going to be, especially with a full frame lens, you get much more depth of field. And although it's not the most expensive lens, if you make sure you clean it, you're going to get very nice pictures out of it. And also because it's a prime lens, there's less glass for light to go through, so you're going to get very sharp pictures as opposed to if you were just using a regular kit lens. So for this kind of setup, lens setup, for the price, the picture quality is actually very good. So you can't really complain. Picture quality with video is also very good. Here are some examples of videos that I actually made with this setup, and only this setup. So that's pretty much it. That was my rant about whether the Sony A7 III with the MC-11 adapter and the Canon 50mm 1.8 was any good. And in my opinion, it is very good. I still use it. I have the Tamron 28-75, and I still use this when I want some very shallow depth of field, some low light shots. Highly recommend it, especially if you're in the same situation as I was. If you like the video, leave it a like. Let me know below what you thought about the setup, and consider subscribing because we have a lot more content coming, and it helps us out on the algorithm. I'll see you in the next video.